So I'm going to be playing the Destroyer on the Nightmare difficulty, which is pretty good. Luckily though, the Destroyer on patch 2.0, as this one, is the strongest thing in the game, easily. I've got really good scalings, and also a crap ton of defense, 63. Most characters, all of the other characters have got like, I think 10 to 15 defense. This guy's got 63 in this case, so it's quite a bit more. I'm hoping that this will take me to... Yes, finally! I've been resetting for that for half an hour now, and it's 50-50. So, here, this is the Forbidden Library. I'm so fucking glad that's finally happened. Oh my god, I just failed a 50-50 almost 30 times in a row, and I was about to quit forever. So I'm going to be putting some points into magical resistance, and the rest into damage. Because here's the next difficulty. The boss of this optional dungeon is disproportionately strong, even more so than most bosses in this game. So I'm going to need this beating brain items. Ugh. Need a bit more money. I'm going to need that. I don't need that. Need this here. And this should be enough for me to fight the upcoming boss at the end of this mini dungeon here. Get a bit of damage off that book and put all of my points into this. I want the cat's paw, but I am too broke to buy it. So, why am I going against this guy? This guy gives me a special quite rare item called Merlin's Hat when he dies. As you might guess, the boss is Merlin, mage. The Merlin's Hat gives me magical resistance, which is good against the last boss, and it gives me cooldown reduction. This guy is really scary, so I'm going to be pretty quiet, I think. I need to concentrate. Or I could just stun him. Yes, my melee attack's got a pretty good chance to stun, and the beating brain gives me a lot of attack speed when my health is low. So between the two, I apparently just completely stun locked him. So I'm going to go for that a lot more often now. Yes, so 35% chance to stun. That. Need the money. So now that I've got that item, it's mostly a beeline to the final boss. There's probably going to be just a little bit of grinding on the penultimate stage, but otherwise, the penultimate floor even. Otherwise, I'm just going straight for the end, as usual. But I still want to mostly kill a bunch of things to spawn off the seals, because that's the quickest way to get money and level up. And if I see anything I want to buy, I will buy it, so it's not a total beeline straight for the exit, but it's still pretty fast. I'm done with those. So, actually, I never talked about the Destroyer's moves. So, sure, there's a stun. This is a dash and gives you armor, but as I made a point to mention earlier, I've got a crap ton of armor already, I don't need it. I just use that potion of retrieve because it looks just like the potion of rage, and I do not want to get confused. I do not want to get confused about it. Another move is to swap from melee attacks to ranged attacks, and the ranged attack is a chakram, that's the spinny thing there, and it can deal damage to an enemy twice, once going out, once going back in. So what I want to do is knock it against a wall, so it hits the bosses twice. Similarly, I want to position the bosses so that I can do this. That's pretty good. That's a pretty useless item. Makes enemies explode when they die. Sometimes. Most of the time. Actually, no, I think it's about 50-50. That's defense. I do want to pick defense. I guess it's not that required, but can't have too much of a good thing. But even so, I still want all of my points into attack damage and all of my skill points into the auto attack over the bonus defense dash thing. That glove gives me a bit of knockback. It doesn't really affect much at all. It just makes a bit of... I guess it makes a bit of motion a bit easier, because that's good. I want that. The cat's paw gives me a small chance whenever hitting it. Whenever I hit Whenever I hit something, it gives me a chance to gain bonus experience. So that should help just a bit. So as you can see, maybe not yet, but keep an eye on that experience bar. I'm gaining a bit just by hitting this guy. It's not much, but it's something. Potion of Rage, good. I need those for the final boss. But otherwise, this is quite the same as usual, just a bit slower. I do not want to get hit by the snowmen because they will slow me down by quite a lot. I was going to make a joke about snowmen being slow men, and now I'm regretting saying that. I'm not actually sure what that item does. I think it said critical chance when I went over it. Actually, yeah, I don't think I've seen that item. Weird. So, through the whole explosion, the detonator item and such, I'm getting a bit of experience even by when I'm not hitting things, because they're just being on fire. But cool. Just a bit of it's a 10% chance to negate an attack against me, and the garlic I just picked up gives me a bit more magical resistance, which is more useful than regular physical defense. On most, actually, yeah, I think it's like that on every character, just because the last boss is almost totally magic damage. That's another Potion of Rage. Cool. I want those. Because I can always pick up health potions during the final fight, because one of the final boss's attacks has a chance to drop health potions when these big orb things that it fires at me are destroyed. It's the same with these big orb things, see, it's just dropping them. Actually, I'm going to use a Potion of Rage, and I'm going to stay at low health-ish because I've got the beating brain, I remember now. So I should be able to stunlock this guy until my attack speed goes to regular. I'm sure that the Merlin's hat is also making this a lot easier, because that gives me cooldown reduction, which affects your auto attacks in this game as well, so it's pretty cool. That's the reason I go for him. As a bit of health regen. I do not want to die. I really don't want to die to the final boss. I was having a run earlier today where I got the Merlin's hat and another item, the other item with cooldown reduction, and I was on the final boss and I got wrecked. Oh shit, I hate those guys. I'm gonna need to find another health potion now. That's one. Also, before I go in, I want to damage a few enemies and each of you, because actually maybe not these guys, but I wanted to set up a level up midway through the final fight so I could get them all in then. I need to be careful around these guys, because there's bullet hell and then there's whatever the hell these guys shoot out, which is more like, I don't know if there's a super hell anywhere, but it's that. Actually, I'm not sure if this anything counts as bullet hell. I guess it kind of does. I mean, they look pretty hellish. Okay, here I am. I might get a level up midway through. I'm not sure. I hope so. The cat's paw, which giving me experience, might help facilitate this. But otherwise, I want to be just so I can hit this enemy, or hit the boss. And I also want to take a bit of damage, as I just did there. So I should have mass enough for attacks to stun up. But maybe not. Nope, I'm not doing that. That's too risky. I've already died doing that once today. I'm just going to play it safe because just killing this guy will be a lot faster than my, I think it's 21 minutes it is at the moment. So I should be, I just need to win this. It's going to be a slow fight, it's going to be a really slow fight. But luckily I've got this double up attack here. So whenever he uses a safe move, I can switch to the chakra. Yeah, that's a safe move, because the cooldown on the swap is only about 2 seconds. Unfortunately, cooldown reduction and the beating rain doesn't really affect the chakra, because I can use it the moment it comes back into my hands anyway. But it definitely helps with the melee attack, which I'll be using against the second form of this guy. So, shit. I'm just really, really wary about this guy. He is way too OP. I hope they nerf him soon. But actually, no. Regardless, I'd have to be playing the Destroy on this patch anyway because of how stupidly strong he is. I'm quite scared. Hopefully, he doesn't spawn Merlin or the Night guy in the second form, because he can spawn. He spawns and like a boss you not previously fought, but a boss you might have previously. He spawns another boss to fight with him, and there's an endless stream of these. And Merlin and the Night guy are the two worst, but I think Merlin is the worst to fight again, because you saw how he almost affected me earlier. I do not want that to happen again. So that I can stop those. But yes, I want to destroy those big balls whenever I get the chance to, because then they don't break against the wall and attack from behind. So here he is, here's the second part. There's a chance that he won't spawn an add-on boss, but fuck me in the anus. Shit. Well, Merlin is bad, but for me, he's strong and he spawns strong add-ons. I should stop talking. Had to use both of my potions of rage there, which I did not want to do. But I guess I get an extra Merlin stat. Ah crap, I accidentally killed that guy in the top right hand corner with my uncontrollable chocolate. So he spawned another boss. I think that this guy who's currently alive on the left is a previous version of the like fairy-like ice boss, because it's got mostly the same moves. Actually, I think it's got all the same moves. Weird. That's not a potion. I don't think I'm going to save anywhere near as much time as I thought I was going to. That's a shame. This is a long boss. Yes! Finally! I should play Binding of Isaac. Good. It's finally done.